If you want to check out swatches, a review, and my overall thoughts on the newest addition to the Dominique Cosmetics eyeshadow palette family, Rustic Glam, then please keep on watching. Hello my friends, if it's your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by and clicking over. My name is Alicia and KINKYSWEAT stands for my kinky hair and sweat life. I'm a fitness professional who loves things all movement and beauty, and if you want to check out my movement adventures, all that can be found on my Instagram. On this channel I review makeup, do hair product reviews, and everything else in between. Today's focus is on Dominique Cosmetics' most recent release, her Rustic Glam eyeshadow palette. I didn't think I wanted this, but the color story intrigued me, and I was super on board when Samantha March mentioned how she was also interested in this palette in should I buy it. We'll talk about each of the colors, go through swatch descriptions, and I'll do a demo on here for you, as well as include clips from other demos that I did outside of this video. So let's get to it. Rustic Glam could be purchased on Sephora.com, in stores, or on DominiqueCosmetics.com. The retail price for this palette is $44. This is made in the USA and it is cruelty free. Each pan weighs in at 1.4 grams and it has a suggested shelf life of 12 months. On DominiqueCosmetics.com, it says here the Rustic Glam palette is a free spirit, wandering beauty who likes to take risks and most importantly is all about good vibes. Whether you're feeling a neutral smoked out look or a fierce and glam look, Rustic is there to paint every memorable moment. Here is the gorgeous metallic sleeve the palette comes in. On the back you have product details as well as a small shade graph. And here is the actual palette. It's very bohemian in design. Similar pattern on the back. It has this beautiful white to blue gradient design from top to bottom. Oh, we lost the plastic insert. It has a magnetic closure and here are all the shades. Mirror is okay. I agree with Morgan Turner. Hey Morgan! The mirror design was to align with the overall design of the palette, but it's not the most practical shape. The pans are in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 octagon, the same way her berries and cream is designed. So here are the similarities between the two. I like the pan shape. I think it's fun. It's different besides the typical square or circle. Her latte palette, the first palette from DominiqueCosmetics.com, is a lot smaller and it does have just the circle size. Let's get into these swatches, shall we? Fringe is a cool toned matte beige. Evil Eye is a matte vibrant blue. Quickly, may I say something please? I tried on this blue, I think sometime, it was 2 weeks ago. The stain power of this blue, when applied correctly and packed on, 12 hours. Not even kidding. It did not fade. It looked this vibrant all throughout the day. I was very happy to discover that with this color. Free Spirit is a cream matte. Cactus is a muted matte green. Dreamcatcher is a baby blue shimmer with blue flecks. Wildflower is a muted matte pink. Suede is a matte orange brown. Bohemian copper bronze foie. It says FOI in the description, but I don't know if that was a mistake or intentional. Look at that duochrome effect. That's beautifully shiny. Desert Queen muted matte orange. Wanderlust is a champagne gold foil with a green undertone. One of the best colors in the palette, I should say. Moonchild, black shimmer with blue flecks. And last we have Gypsy, is a purple foil with silver flecks. Here are all the swatches from Rustic Glam. Friends, what do you think? I have to say, overall, the mattes are definitely softer. Are they softer than berries and cream? Let's see here. I think they're pretty consistent. Because berries and cream, I'm feeling them out now. I feel their mattes are pretty soft as well. They might be a little more powdery in Rustic Glam, however, and I totally agree with Morgan when she pointed that out as well. They are workable, and you will see in the demo here and in the clips what I've been doing to ensure that I get full color impact for these matte shades. Although we have a lot of colors presented to us, I feel the layout is very user-friendly. You can pretty much apply the matte to its counterparts together and create a look. You could just apply suede and fringe. You could apply suede just all over the eye and fringe to blend it out. You could very much apply Evil Eye all over, crease, lid, under eye, and use Bohemian maybe as a spotlight under the lash line, inner corner, or even inner lower third. Desert Queen all over, Free Spirit maybe on the brow bone, or maybe as like a matte lid shade in and around Desert Queen. Wanderlust and Cactus, a beautiful combination. Put Cactus all over the crease, Wanderlust on the lid, or even maybe just Cactus all over on the top, and then Wanderlust on the lower lash line. Moonchild by itself, or even to blend out Dreamcatcher, or you could also use Moonchild to smoke out Evil Eye if you wanted, because it has the blue flecks in there. And then Wildflower and Gypsy pair beautifully together. You'll see in the demo. Why don't I just show you those clips now? Let's do it. Here I apply Wildflower first as my crease shade, and I'm using a Refer brush number 15, I believe. If I'm mistaken, I will put the correct number brush up on the clip. I like to punch in my matte first on the crease, and then when I'm satisfied with the color, I then blend it out, and I feel that way it ensures that I get the most color impact from the mattes. And then after that, I apply Gypsy first with the shader brush. I apply it dry first, and then when I wet it, I find I get a beautiful sheen, a nice beautiful finish, and you can see that the silver flecks twinkle beautifully in Gypsy. I love how they scatter across the lid, and the purple hue melts really beautifully with Wildflower, and it's not so distinctly pink in the crease and purple on the lid. I feel they mesh really well together, and that transition that happens in the crease, I feel it's just a beautiful purple to pink gradient that just serves the eyes really well. And then for the second eye, I combine Cactus and Wanderlust, and I apply Cactus in the same way. I first punch in the color into my crease, and I did find that you do have to build this up, but when I apply the color first, not just swishing it right away from the get-go, but I place it on the skin and then I blend it out, I feel I get really beautiful color. Going in with Wanderlust again with the shader brush on my lid, and this is such a beautiful antique gold with the green flip type of shade. It's a really nice texture, has beautiful shine. I don't know if I applied this wet in the clip, but I feel it has pretty great shine on its own, and of course if you want even more, just wet the brush and layer that shimmer on. Beautiful combination. And then I also applied Wanderlust on the lower inner third. I think I experimented with applying Bohemian on the inner corner, but I didn't like that color combination, so I wiped it off a little bit and just went over it with Wanderlust, and I love the duo. And here's a wider shot of both Wildflower, Gypsy on one eye, and Cactus and Wanderlust on the other. I enjoyed using these shadows, and I enjoyed the eye looks I created, and I can't wait to do them again on a day where I wear the same look on both eyes. My apologies for not getting Evil Eye on camera. I was just playing with it that day and I wasn't filming, but Evil Eye, I feel, packs a lot of punch. And actually, before I forget, I wanted to compare Evil Eye to Laguna from Natasha Denona's Tropic palette, but I feel Laguna might be a little lighter. Yeah, it's a little lighter. It's like a different blue. I feel like it might be just a little brighter than the one from Rustic Glam. What do you think? Let me do this again. I'm very curious. I'm gonna do it on the other arm. Here's Laguna, and here's Evil Eye from Rustic Glam. Do you guys think it's similar? I feel this is a little more leaning toward like a powdery bright blue, and this is more like a brighter bright blue. Like, this is slightly more muted, I feel. They're both beautiful blues, and if you were wondering about that comparison, I think Laguna is just a touch brighter. Wow, I tried wiping this off with my towel. See, the staying power is pretty good, friends, I think. Not too bad. Same thing here, like the blues stay. The blues stay. What shall we do today, friends? I might do 2 looks. I never know when starting to film because I get inspired while I film and then I just want to do 5 looks in one video, but then my eyelids are like, no. Let's start with something simple, shall we? And with that said, Well, hello. All lids will be prepped with the Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer in the shade Natural Beige. Feel like you're still far. Oh, that's good. I want to start with the simplest look possible if you have this palette or you're thinking about getting it, and the other colors are just distracting from the fact that you can in fact create a very daily friendly look with this palette. Let's fix that. Oh, thank you. If you want to see how fringe looks, fringe doesn't show up a lot on me, but you know, it could show up a little bit. Going in with my Wayne Goss number 16, I'm gonna pat it down in the crease just so, see, it pretty much is an ideal color, I guess, for my skin tone to just set the lid or just set the crease. It will show up, I think, as a really beautiful transition shade if you're light to medium skin tone. I mean, it does show a little bit in person. I do see that there is something on my crease, and perhaps I could rely on this color just to put something there so my lids don't look super flat. I'm going for like a very light to no makeup day. Let's go in with Suede. I want to use Suede as an all over brown smoky shade. Same Wayne Goss number 16. I'm going to start patting that in and around my lid and crease. It's a really nice shade. I find that this is beautiful on its own and very easy to apply, very smooth in color. And when I don't have a lot on my brush, I'll start to swirl it in and around my crease, take windshield wiper motions throughout, circular motions near and around the outer V, and then I slowly start to take it out. That's really nice. I think the color is very smooth, but you will see, I'll pull the pans up, it is very powdery. There's a lot of kickback in the pan, and these are, I feel, a lot softer than the ones in Berries and Cream, but just know that you will encounter that if you choose to get Rustic Glam. Tap off the excess before you go in on the lids to ensure that you don't get any fallout on your face. Taking a little more fringe and just to buff out the edges here of Suede. Really nice color. I love the tone of the shadow. I think, well, I'm actually very happy to know that it doesn't go on darker than it appears in the pan, because I feel sometimes browns do that. It's very true to color on the skin from pan, so that's a great discovery. Sonia G, worker 3. Suede now throughout the lower lash line, pulling it out a little more. Taking Free Spirit on my Hakuhoro J5529 and just patting it down on the inner corner. You could go in with Free Spirit, which is the beige matte shade in here. You could also go in with Bohemian, which is the copper bronzy metallic shade instead. But I kind of want to keep this very simple. That's why I opted for Free Spirit. Same Hakuhoro brush, and I'm lightly tapping on the brow arch just to set that more and lighten it up more as well. All right, friends, let's do the other eye and I'll be right back. Finished look, both eyes done, friends, and we just have our Too Faced Better Than Sex waterproof mascara on top and bottom lashes. And here's a wide shot of the look. On the lips, we have Persona Cosmetics lip gloss in the shade Honey. This was beyond easy to do for me. I understand that I do makeup all the time, and maybe for you it's still intimidating. I think these shadows are fairly easy to deal with. Just take your time, go in with a small amount initially and just build up from there. But I feel the shadows are really nice and soft. They're very soft, that's why they're so powdery in the pan. But I feel once they get on the lid, they smooth out beautifully and they won't give you any trouble at all. This look in particular, I think, is perfect for a daily summer friendly soft daily look. And I love the tone of the brown. It's not too neutral but not super warm either. Definitely leaning warm, but I favor that because of my skin tone and for the overall summer look altogether. I'm feeling inspired. I think I want to go in with I want to use Bohemian and Desert Queen, and then we'll finish it off with using Moonchild, Dreamcatcher, and Evil Eye. Sounds like a plan. I'll see you back here. Wayne number 16 with Desert Queen. You know, I just came up with an idea, but let's put this on first. Like I mentioned, I like to pat in and down, get it in and all around. Really nice, beautiful orange color. And again, reporting a lot of kickback in the pan, but as you know, shadows are pressed softly, so bound to happen. But now to blend this out, Wildflower with Wayne number 16. I think pink and orange is such a nice combination. Right on the edge of Desert Queen, just to give it a nice, beautiful graining effect. Can you be in frame, please? Thank you so much. Nice, we like that. We like that. Sonia G, Worker 3, Desert Queen, lower lash line. Wildflower, same brush, but on the outer edges, just to kind of make it all melt together. Wayne Goss number 16 for further zhuzhing. Some concealer. This is a Sigma E56. Patting down first and using the edge of the brush to carve out right under the crease. Closing my eyes so I see what's happening. Use my finger to blend out the edges. Not going for a super precise application. I just want to bring in a canvas for the bohemian shade so it could stick a little better. I feel if I were to have applied it on top of the mask, we would have been unsuccessful. Sonia G Builder Pro with Bohemian. I'll apply dry first so you can see what it does on its own without some setting spray. And it is quite nice. A little thinner than the metallic shimmer shades in Berries and Cream, but workable for sure. I have my Sonia G Worker 3 on standby, zhuzhing some of the particles. I went a little too high. Let's wet it, yeah? With some Max Fix Plus. Ooh, someone needs to get some more Max Fix Plus. Pat it down for that extra shine. There we go. Some Desert Queen with my Worker 3 on the edges to make that look gradient and seamless. All right, friends, let's do the other eye and I'll be right back. Look complete, friends, and again, same Too Faced Better Than Sex waterproof on top and bottom lashes. Wider shot of the look, and still on the lips, I had Persona Cosmetics lip gloss in Honey, but then I topped it off with the newer pink shade. Where'd she go? In pink, because I wanted to tie in the pink theme we have going on, eyes to lips, and I really love how it turned out. Low key giving me Natasha Denona sunrise vibes, don't you think? Another easy look you can do, you could just keep it matte, or you could just put Bohemian all over the lid. Bohemian, you do need to build up. I feel the swatch kind of presents itself as like a really full-bodied metallic shimmer shade, but it does apply thin. But once you build it up, you'll get the color you're looking for and the shine as well. With that said, let's take this off and move on to the blue shadow. Blue Party, let's begin. Wayne Goss number 4, haven't seen him in a long time. Hi! Evil Eye, very powdery, potent blue. Punch that in first. You see what I mean? We got a lot here, but if you go in swishing first, I think you'll be disappointed because it will apply patchy, since I think it's just one of these shades you got to get down first on the skin and then blend out from there. Once you see the majority on the lid, that's when we can start windshield wipey motioning, you know what I mean? I take the side of the blender brush too and I pat that down in and around the lid. Same brush, Dreamcatcher. I actually applied Dreamcatcher on the lid with Evil Eye bracketing that shade, and I find that when you pack it on, the sparkles show. But for this look, we're blending it out, so let's see if the sparkles still show. I think the matte will just be left behind and the sparkles will diffuse away. We shall see. Yep, that's pretty much what's going to happen. So keep in mind, if you want the sparkles to show, you can apply Dreamcatcher as like a standout lid shade, and I think it'll be really pretty to lighten you up a bit. I was losing you there. A little more Evil Eye on the outer V, giving that brush a wipe. Dreamcatcher is super powdery because I think the glitter specks in here dries out the formula a little bit. So it's very, very powdery. Moonchild. Ooh, Moonchild. Moonchild. Got a lot of kickback. Placing that right on the outer corner. Same thing with this. The glitter particles diffuse out so you don't really see them when you start to blend out the matte. Having a hard time getting that shade to stick, unfortunately, which leads me to believe this might be better as an all over lid shade and not necessarily defining one. With the blue, I think Morgan had better success layering Moonchild on top of Cactus, the green matte shade, because that was a really beautiful smoky look that she did. Hakuhodo J5529, Moonchild. I just want to see what happens if I pat it down with a smaller brush. What is that? What does that do? I guess it's a little better. Not by much, but I'll take it. Start on the outer third with Moonchild with the same brush. Evil Eye, same brush, now more under the lash line. Dreamcatcher, inner corner, same brush. Sigma E55 with Evil Eye to pat down on the lid to brighten that part of the lie up. Moonchild, same Sigma brush, just pat it down on the outer V. Dreamcatcher, same way number 4 on the outer edges, just to further zhuzh. I did get Moonchild on my skin, unfortunately, so we have to go in and take care of those casualties. Just with the Sigma and Evil Eye again, I'm using the tip of the brush to punch in a little more color there on the lower lash line. Oh no, we got the bristles. Oh no. Oh, Moonchild is stuck on my face. It's fine, it's fine. Just use the sponge just to kind of punch those particles in. Why fight with it? Fine, you can stay there. All right, friends, let's do the other eye and I'll be right back. Look complete, friends. Don't mind my lashes. I know I put them on janky, but I just need to get them on. Ardell Wispies on the lashes just to kind of vamp it up. Wider shot of the look, and I have the same lip gloss combo from Persona Cosmetics, Honey, and then Pink. I mean, you got 3 different blues in this palette to make a just beautiful, exclusively blue eye look. All matte. Of course, the 2 mattes with sparkles in them blend out. You don't see the sparkles at all unless you decide to pack on Dreamcatcher on the lid, and only then I feel you would see the blue flecks really twinkle from there. Very messy. We have a lot of mess in these pans. I don't know if it's hard for you to see, but because it's close to Wildflower, it's going to get contaminated. I wouldn't suggest blowing on it because that contaminates the powders, but you could also just take a tissue and lightly pat down on the pans in and around them so you can get the most superficial layer of powder off the other pans, and I think that will kind of help the situation a little bit. It is a messy palette, absolutely. That is my one con observation of Rustic Glam, or for Rustic Glam I should say. Evil Eye gets everywhere, then it gets into Free Spirit. Desert Queen gets everywhere. The mattes get everywhere, unfortunately. So you just have to be really careful with how you put your brush in the pan. Don't get super aggressive with it. Other than that, I absolutely love this palette. I do. I think it's a great color combination. Some people might have thought it was boring, but I think it's actually a lot of fun. You have a wide spectrum of looks you can do here, from, again, neutral, simple, to more elaborate if you want to do all blue. If you just want to do all brown, orange and pink, or just purple, or combine these 2 together, I think that'll be a nice fun look too as well. I don't think I'm gonna wear this all day because I'm home and then just hanging out. Probably won't wear the shadow longer than 2 hours, but I will say, and believe me when I tell you, this is what I observed with the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, as I always use that for my eye base. When you pack down this eyeshadow, it stays. I know for a fact my eyes will be this blue for at least 8 hours. Even at the 10 to 12 hour mark, I kid you not. The day when I wore Evil Eye for that long, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe the depth and the saturation that maintained throughout the day. And I taught class too. It wasn't super hot that day, so maybe the humidity will affect the longevity, but I don't think so. And I love how Dreamcatcher is a matte, but it still just brings beautiful lightness onto the inner corner, and just the overall gradient with Moonchild. Moonchild was a little bit problematic for me in terms of getting it to stick on the outer corner, but for the most part, I think it does pretty well when you get the right brush and just take your time with it. Pat it down maybe first, and don't do like I did and start to whip it in first. You know what I mean? Overall, I'm really happy with Rustic Glam. It's hard for me to say that I love it more than Berries and Cream, because Berries and Cream is my favorite Dominique Cosmetics palette. I don't have Lemonade because I think I wasn't really impressed by the swatches in store, but swatches don't mean anything. I understand that. But just to be ultra selective, I'm happy that I got Berries and Cream over Lemonade at the time. And I'm really happy that I picked up Rustic Glam. If you're thinking about getting it, I think it is well worth the $44. If you don't have a palette that's multifunctional in terms of presenting you with warm shades, blue shades, pink, purple. I mean, you have a lot of colors in Rustic Glam, and I think if you don't have a palette like that, it's worth looking into. It's not very travel friendly, and unfortunately, I feel the mirror is not the best, but if you happen to carry like a smaller mirror in your compact or what have you, maybe you could use that instead. Overall, I'm really happy with my purchase. I will continue using this palette alongside Berries and Cream and Latte. Let me know down below if you picked it up as well, what your favorite colors are, and we'll take it from there. And that, my friends, is a wrap. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this video helped, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And until then, I'll see you on here again with another review, tutorial, chit chat, or look video. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. The most newly... I'm already to a great start. I can't even speak. So loud. You need to fix that truck. Whatever is rattling like that, I don't know, man. Good. Hello there. Hello. It wasn't super hot, so maybe the humidity